Welcome back to another episode of Flag Your Week today. And you guys, today's episode is a very important topic. It's a very tough topic today. We're talking about the dark side of social media and we're focusing on sextortion. Welcome back, guys. I'm your main anchor, Rena here, and I'm here with my co-anchor here. So excited to introduce her. It's Faith. And we're so happy to welcome our guest. Head of programs, our boss. This is our Oga. This is our boss at the top. So we welcome to Flag Your Week today. We're happy to have you.
I am excited to be here.
And
you guys have been having all the fun without me, so I'm here to have my own version of
yes,
the fun.
and today's topic is the best topic for you to talk about because I feel like you're the best person to talk about it because we can have a conversation about sextortion, but we don't really know like the into of sextortion. I don't want to know because I'm not interested. But people need to know. I don't even want to know those kind of things. But
Your children, close your ears. Close your ears.
let's do this. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
I think, babe, you need to start with what's the meaning of sextortion? Because a lot of people don't even know what's sextortion, and I feel like our viewers need to know. Sextortion, to me, my own understanding of sextortion is when you blackmail somebody through their explicit pictures, videos, anything explicit, either for money, sexual favors, or more explicit.
Exactly. I agree with you. It's sexual exploitation, general terms. Asking people to let's go lame. Telling somebody, pay me money or I will leak this video of you. Pay me money or I'll expose this picture of you.
Or do this
or
for
come
me.
and do this for me, or I will expose this picture of.
So definitely
video of you
sextortion
online.
has to do with online. It is mostly online. It has to do with social media and the internet.
Yes.
Let's start with how do people get involved in, how do people enter this kind of situation, sextortion? Because we have people, when we have situations of sextortion come out on social media, you have people judging, going, oh, it can never be me, or they try to remove themselves from that situation. Nobody can be that person till it happens to you.
To them, yeah.
So let's have a conversation on how do we make sure we don't end up getting exploited.
Thank you for having me here. And like you said, it's a very heart-breaking topic actually because there are many reasons. You know, sextortions happen for different reasons. Actually, sextortion can actually happen online and offline, right? Because it is exploitation. It is sexual harassment. You know, there are a number of things that it is a form of gender-based violence for one. But you ask the question, how do people find themselves? So it's very easy to judge. You know, when you hear on social media that, oh, this person's picture has been leaked or this person's nude has been leaked, it's very easy to judge that, oh, how did she share it? What was she doing? How did she allow herself to, be in that kind of situation and things like that. But if you realize the reality of sextortion and how bad it has gotten, you realize that it could be any of us seated here for many different reasons. So let's start from the most obvious, right? When you have a boyfriend and he says, oh, send me a picture of you, I'm just so missing you, it's been a long time, send me a picture of you and everything, and you're feeling very kinky. Why are you laughing? Guys, why you? Yeah. I thought you guys were looking at me like I've not been kinky before.
Like it's not relatable. Like that's how it happens.
Because it happens. It's happening right now.
That's how it
So you're
happens.
like, babe, let me feel you. Like, so you're
this is like shit for people that are doing long distance relationships. Because all their lives are missing you.
Exactly, because everything is online. They can't see face to face.
So that's the usual. That's the first. Case scenario, right? So then you say, okay, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek, and so you're, maybe in your lingerie, or you're in your 90s, or you have an explicit picture, and then you send, and you're just quote unquote having fun, right? And there's nothing wrong in having fun. There's nothing wrong in having fun. The problem is, unfortunately, fun can lead to consequences.
Really?
Yes. So it means that something that you shared in trust, someone can take advantage of that trust, and tomorrow start to extort you and say, I'm going to leak this, I'm going to share this, or you vex the person, guy. Like, you just vex that guy. You girls like to blank after a while. So let's just imagine that some 1 year down the line, you have blanked this guy, or like, okay, he's not my spec for now. So just imagine if you just tell that guy he's not your spec for the now, the guy will say, I go spec you. I will make sure that you are my spec. So or that
if I can't have
you, no one can. Yes.
Exactly.
So then
meet demon in the face of relationship.
So unfortunately, many people find themselves in that position where, and let me just try not to make it a horror movie, but some people don't even know when they are filmed, when they are videoed, and when the explicit pictures leave their phone. So for many girls,
I think that's the scary part.
We don't even have to share.
We can talk about sharing news to your boyfriend or someone you
trusted,
you trust enough, but how do we tell people about not even being
Don't
aware
know
of
their
videos
content.
leaving your phone? It is scary.
yeah, but this happens with strangers, this happens with people you don't even know. So when we talk about sextortion, let's leave the blanket, oh, why did she share that explicit, like,
We've gone
let's
up
stop the
beyond
judging.
that.
Let's stop the judging. Let us put the blame and the spotlight on the people, the perpetrators, the people who are doing these horrible things, right? And who are causing this kind of harm, mental, psychological, physical. It has led to suicide. We have cases even as an organization of people who have wanted to commit suicide because of sextortion. So let us look at, so again, some people will just hack your phone and get these pictures. And for girls, like, girls were used to click, click, so, and it can be for many different reasons. You're on Fit Farm, you're on a diet, you want to see how, maybe this place has curved, you're doing some bum press, yeah? You want to see how this place is now curved, You want to see what's happening with your physique and everything. So you're always taking pictures. Girls do it, ladies do it a lot, or women do it a lot. And then you find out that you can get hacked, right? You can actually get hacked. So you press you press a link, and then someone has access to all your pictures. Someone has access to your phone. And then now you're struggling with issues of sextortion, meaning they're asking you. But let me again go to a darker side. For many schools,
It's darker than
yes, it's darker than
getting
that.
pictures and videos from your
Yes,
phone.
it's darker than that.
Okay.
So many people will get pictures off your phone or access you, maybe hack you, and then tell you that if you do not want them to release it, you should give them a nude picture of someone you know. I mean, it's gangster. So it means that you remember what immediately happens is fear. What immediately happens is, you're wondering your life is about to end, what's going to happen to you, you're working for a corporate organization, what's going to happen to you, all of those fears, right? And then someone is taking advantage of that and either asking you for money. I've had a case where the man was asking this lady to write his thesis, like he was doing a master's, and she wrote literally every paper he had until she came to us and was saying, I don't think I can continue, because it was thesis, it was money, it was thereon. But coming back to what I was trying to say, in some cases it's okay if you want us to let you off the hook, right? Maybe you are paid first, you are paid the second. To let you off the hook and delete these pictures, go and find us a friend. Like, take a video of your roommates or somebody close to you
Like,
nude.
I am in shock.
So what happens is this innocent girl, as you were innocent too, goes, is filmed in the bathroom by you, and you give her video to be able to stop your own blackmail.
So the
You
circle
give
continues.
the circle continues. So there are so many people who are in this issue of sextortion that have no idea, and some people go to the hotel. So you go for like a cool day, you want to rest your brain, you're a corporate babe, and then and there are cameras there.
No, ma, which one is their cam? They're going to see the crazy side of me. Which is the camera in the hotel?
No, ma. See, no, the one that's making me mad is my roommate taking a video
That's
of
the
me.
scary part, because
no,
we know
that's-
how
that's
girls'
where it will
hostel
end.
is. People are
Exactly, you're
always
naked. Girls hostel.
Who would you know took the video?
See, I don't care. Don't hold your phone like this. Don't
No.
try
It will never be holding a phone like this. So who would you know took the
And the
video?
funny thing is, you will not finally realize that it's someone you know.
That's
Because
that
like,
my mood
someone
doing it
holding
to
a
you.
phone looking at you, you're feeling someone. It's your friend that is holding a phone that you're not even thinking what's that person doing.
But she could have been taking a selfie. So who do you
or even
attack?
start attacking everybody that is holding a phone. You're also hindering that person's rights. So
Bro,
what are you
man,
going to
I
do?
know first. Make I just see. And see, that's why some people in boarding school, because I went to boarding school, you see some girls, they'll cover themselves to the latter. You know? Yes. Like, I've seen people.
I know, like to the bathrooms and
We
like.
laughed at those girls, like what's going on? But that's the way.
They
oh,
date with all
cover
this. They will
yourself.
never bait when people are there. Like, they'll wake up in the midnight, have their bait, and go and cover themselves.
So
They
you
will
see,
never bait when
You
people are
know
there.
how Covenant was from your room to your hotel. I didn't even used to. I used to bath in the laundry. So you can imagine how my one was even worse. I didn't even used to go to the bathroom. I used to bath open. So if anybody wants to just take my, it's over. That's gone.
It's everywhere.
But this is very painful, really, because I think that the fear that yesterday I was saying that we can't walk, women as women, we can barely walk, to the next door without feeling afraid. So again, we have one more reason to be scared. That's really just it. We can't go take you. Nobody can just call you and say, "Oh, I come and take a contract," and you will go. You must share your location. You must take a friend along. Even when you take a friend along, you must possibly both be wearing jeans. Like, so our lives are all really, so when we talk about sexual and gender-based violence, we continue to see that our lives are consistently being stifled, right? So now again, we've added one more, sextortion. We've added the fact that it doesn't even mean that you might share the video. The video can be shared regardless, or you can find yourself in a compromising situation against your will, right? And I think the real key thing is, what does this do to the victim or to the survivor? We've had cases where people want to commit suicide. We've had cases where their mental health, because even if you pay, they can still release that video. So it means that it doesn't matter
How long will you continue to pay?
How long will you continue to pay them? We had a particular case. She's like, he said he's going to show my office. He's going to, he knows everything about me. And that's another thing about putting all our lives on social media. He knows her workplace. He knows her, he knows everything about her. So it's easy to say, I'm going to show your office. I'm going to spread this on your office mail, and then you feel like, okay, my life has ended. So again, we try to pay people off.
There's a lot of things we'll talk about, which we'll do shortly after the break.
Take all my mind, take all the joy now, take me down, take all the love now, tie me away, burn me alive now, break me down right now. Now you wanna lock me away, I'm winning. You wanna add to my pain, I'm shining. Now you won't come for my face. Ideally, we're not the same, no. So why you wanna try me? Yeah, try me. You're out to destroy me. You try to challenge me. You try to distract me. It's why I want the ganja. Yeah, you bring the lights out. Yeah, roll me a razor. for my face. Ideally, but nothing when not the same. No, no. So why you wanna try me? Can't try me. You're out to destroy me. Destroy me. You try to challenge me. Challenge me. You try to distract me. Distract me. If I want the ganja, you bring the lighter, the lighter. Yeah, roll me in razor. Set me on fire, on fire. So you want to be me, but you can't. There's a fire in the sky, it's burning, and I'm always gonna keep running. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So why go? Why you wanna take me? Yeah, why go? Why you wanna try me? Yeah, why go? Why you wanna take me? Yeah, why go? Why you wanna try me? Why you wanna try me? Yeah, why you wanna try me, babe? Tell me why you wanna try.
Welcome back, guys, and we're still on today's topic, which is the dark side of social media and sextortion. So you guys, we've talking about the meaning of sextortion, how people get into this, the different types of sextortion, because I didn't even know. I just thought it was just online things. Send your this thing. I knew about the whole like hacking people, but I don't know it was this deep.
Yeah.
Now you're in this situation. You're that girl. Unfortunately, you've gotten that horrible news that you're nude or something. You trusted someone with, or God forbid you got hacked. Ma, what can we do? What is the next step? Because at this point you're panicking, and I've noticed that because I was doing like a lot of sextortion cases are underage people. Still in school. They're either still in university, highest university. But it's ridiculous how we hear about these things in secondary schools, university. It is mostly within that age that sextortion happens.
So
what can we
truly,
do?
I think that there's a lot that needs to be done in terms of putting the word out there, right? If you ask me, there's a power dynamics. So this person blackmailing you is doing it from a place of power, some often, right? Because they have something over you, right? Especially, and then they are nameless sometimes, they are faceless sometimes, and then even when they have faces, like they're your boyfriend, they're this, they're that, they're doing it from a place of power, right? They have something over you, right? So we need to first and foremost get the word out there, let people understand some of these dynamics. So what does it mean to share explicit pictures and then break up with that person after 6 months, right? So it's almost like online safety. You must safeguard yourselves. As women, unfortunately, we have been put in a position where we have to keep thinking about ways to safeguard ourselves all the time. This is one of it. So either as a woman, as a man, or whoever it is that is going through a case of sextortion, it can be any, it can be, both genders, and whoever, regardless of who it is, right, you must safeguard yourself. Like, you must realize, do not share explicit photos that will come back and bite you. But again, remember we said it's not all about sharing, right? We must be our online security, we must take it very seriously.
We also need to be careful the kind of
the links that we the links that we share. If we have two-factor authentication on all our social media accounts, right? Privacy. How much of your life do you put out there on social media? Can they track you to your house based on those kinds of things, right? So it's very important that we start to walk around some of those things. We've had cases where you sell your laptop, you didn't delete everything, and your videos are there. So if you gave your videos
I've heard
out.
of a situation whereby your phone screen was this, and you could just go and fix
it.
And that's enough reason for them to hack your phone.
Yes, that's enough reason for them to hack your phone. So when you think about things like that, you realize that we all have to be guarded. We all have to play a role in ensuring our digital safety. But like you said, the first things first is we have to get the power away from the abuser, right? And not just take the power away in a way that can cause you harm, right? Talk to the right people. Yeah? You mentioned report to the right people. And thankfully, for example, like Akifade Foundation, we have an app that you can report to. So if you are going through an issue of sextortion, you can actually report on the Flag It app. Once you report on the Flag It app, we get it, and we're able to work with security agencies to ensure that the person is caught, because that's really the way to go. You must, and you're not doing this for yourself, because you can have #1 million to pay the blackmailer, and it might not.
The next person.
And the next person doesn't even have 5,000.
We'll be back shortly after the break, because we still have so many things to discuss. Welcome back to my favorite part, Faith. You know, this is my area. I'm always happy when this is Rena's part. Flag your week, you guys. And Tommy is so excited. See the way she's smiling. She can't wait to flag her week. They've offended her in this country. So Tommy, flag your week. What happened to you this week?
Oh my God, guys. I was at the bank today for 4 hours.
Oh, bank wala.
And I'm like, what is this? Like, there are systems that should be in place to make life easier for people. And if I tell you that my case got resolved, wouldn't that be happy news? That, okay, after I spent 4 hours here, then my case got resolved.
So you just wait till
I wasted my time. And I'm a very busy person. First and foremost, I've actually not been to the bank in like a year plus. Yeah. I've been away, like I try to stay away from bank and bank palaver up until, so I actually have like logs of things I would love to do in the bank, but I keep it, I haven't gone to the bank in a year. Like even with the crisis and everything, I refuse to touch the bank. But like seriously, today I needed to go into the bank. I needed a new card, something that really, there are functions there on your phone that you should just press and just say request for a new card.
We have all those new generation
No.
banks are doing it now.
Like seriously,
The request for it.
I literally had to got there at 8 a.m. waited till like 11:30.
Let me guess, there was no network or there was no card.
It was slow. It was like one person, and I was like number 16. Maybe number 16 should give you like, okay, you know, you ginger, like okay, to soon get to your turn. 3 hours after, I'm like, then I got there finally, only to find out that I couldn't process the transaction for one reason or another. We don't have to go through that as Nigerians. We really don't. I think it's just too much. Like there should be processes in place to make these things faster. Some of these things should be automated. Like, so I don't understand why we're not getting it. Yeah, that's my week. My week.
bank issues.
But it can be something else. Think of the queue first when you want to go there.
Is it that network issues? When she said card, I was like, is it that network issue or they do not have MasterCard?
They don't. They didn't even have MasterCard.
I'm not going to have the bank.
They didn't have MasterCard. They didn't have Visa card. They only had Verve. Like, I don't even know when last I've used Verve.
If
they said, oh, we only have
I won't
Verve.
get a card. I'd rather just go.
Can you imagine?
I'd rather come back.
Can you imagine? They had Verve, like really. And I just wanted to take anyone, but still, I still didn't get the card.
Today's episode was truly amazing. I am honored to have Tommy and Faith here to learn so many things I didn't know about. It was truly amazing.
Exactly.
Faith, what did you?
I learned a lot. Forget it. I learned a lot. You see this topic section, I've learned a lot. And see, let's learn how to speak up. We shouldn't be quiet. When things like this happen, flag it. That's why we are here. Flag it, or you have something important you feel we should talk on the show.
Yes, definitely.
Use the hashtag flag.
There's one quote that just keeps coming to my mind where they said, if you stand up for your rights, indirectly you stood up for the rights of other people. So when you, as a sextortion victim, you come out and speak up against something that's happened to you, indirectly you're standing up for another person, because I promise you that person is still going to victimize other people.
Yeah, and for even those other victims that are not able to speak up, you've given them a voice. You've made them, okay,
definitely.
Let's fight for this. I can actually do this.
Definitely want to thank Tommy for joining us today and shedding light into the topic, which is the dark side of social media and sextortion. Thank you for joining us today. Can't wait to see you next week. My name is Rena.
Wait, our guest Tommy.
Bye. See you guys next week.